All right, so we are going to talk about the Emperor Palpatine Darth Vader team. We are joined by Forticus Mordicus. How are you doing, my friend?
Salute. I'm good, sir. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. So this team I have named Shock and Awe because Mara Jade's just so dang cute, and there's lots of shocks. A little bit of a spoiler, potency is generally the answer. So if you want to click off the video now, you won't really go wrong with potency. All right, so we're going to start with Emperor Palpatine. Basically, I just have him potency and apparently crit chance, but I think these mods just have speed on them. Would you agree that speed and potency are generally the proper route to go for Emperor Palpatine?
Everybody talks about the Terminator train. The Terminator train is great, but if you don't start the train, it's not going to get off the rails. So he's got to have some speed on him, and then that train will get moving. So potency 100% with speed.
Oh, yeah. So my Darth Vader, I actually, never remodded my Darth Vader through all of the nerfs and buffs that he went through. So I just had speed and potency as a general homage to his dots and stuff. Do you agree with speed and potency?
I do 100%. He needs to land dots. Again, turn meter damage, it's all based around potency. If you can fit some offense and crit damage in there, fantastic. The better off you are, but he needs to be fast. Remember, with Vader, with Empire and Sith on his team, he gains more speed as well.
That he does, and that's why we love Vader, and that's why he's ultimate cuteness. Speaking of ultimate cuteness, we're going to come to Mara Jade later, but Thrawn is a character I don't use very often, but because I love his ship so much now that the new Conquest ship is coming out. If you're watching this on the website sometime in the future, the ship was new when we made this video, I'm sorry. He's terribly modded because I don't use him, but would you agree that you just want him to be super fast because he does have a very high base speed and a kit that just generally benefits from being super speedy?
It is a crying shame that your Thrawn is running at 235 and that the Swiss Army knife of SWGOH is not being used on your roster. He could be placed anywhere, but yes, he needs to be speedy. He does not need potency though. You can pretty much, I like him for survivability, so health and protection, big boost.
Oh yeah, and he is the Swiss Army knife of SWGOH, but that I guess is a stark rave support of, that was just terrible English. Basically, you're just complimenting the greatest free-to-play farming guide of all time because I don't even need Thrawn. I've never needed Thrawn.
It's true. If you're that good, you don't need him. That's impressive.
But TSA stole my Swiss Army knife when I was on the plane the other day, so screw Thrawn. Mara Jade, the beautiful, land of the free. She's 3 stars. One of the characters that Capital Games gave us that's actually useful at low stars, low gear. Basically, I'm going to go out on a limb and say all potency. Mort, are you going to disagree with me?
I will a little bit. So potency is the one major fact that she has to have, but she's fast at relic levels. She is disgustingly good. At the lower levels, obviously you can't get her too fast because you need the gear. But for potency early on, for sure, with as much speed as you can get on her, and I highly recommend the Zeta as well because that every time, the more debuffs, etc. I'm trying to remember how it reads, but Palpatine plays off of that as well.
He also gains 1.5. Yeah.
Turn meter. Yep. So it's a great Zeta, even early on. She is awesome, and she throws a ton of debuffs, which means you need potency.
And finally, Moff Tarkin, the Grand Moff himself. Potency. He has no mods because I don't use him, but if I were to get him up and use him on this team, I actually use Gideon instead of Tarkin on my personal EP Vader squad simply because where I am in the game. I will, of course, change that out as I need to move Gideon around and put Tarkin in over here because he does require at high relics with Sith Eternal Emperor, which I do not have yet. But potency, do you agree?
You know why you're using Gideon? Because your Emperor Palpatine is probably slow. Gideon's pulling the turn meter, allowing you to start the turn meter train. So it's not a bad idea. If you've got a decent Tarkin, he's got a capital ship. I got mine in gear 12.
Ooh.
Potency. That's all I want on him. If you can get him up between over 230 with just potency mods, it's going to be hard to do, but you can do it. He's going to be king. That guy hits like a truck.
And
removes turn meter.
He removes turn meter, which of course helps the choo-choo train kind of get back on the rail. Sometimes it can get derailed, and this is kind of a safety valve. 100% chance to remove 50% turn meter with the Omega, or sorry, yes, not the Omega. Yes, these are called Omegas. My Greek is like being completely destroyed because they keep adding stuff to the game in a language that I don't speak, and it's pissing me off. But he does gain offense equal to double of his potency. So if you do stack potency, you're stacking offense, and this ability can do lots of damage.
His last ability adds 20% per debuffed enemy as well.
Ooh, maybe I should just let me just so
you've got Mara Jade on that team for that Omega.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a heck of a lot more. I think it's Callous Conviction. Sorry, you're on the wrong one.
Callous Conviction. Oh, let's check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Zeta. I can't do it.
It is a Zeta. I know. Hang on. But if you're not using him that often, I wouldn't do it. But if you're using Tarkin in a team like this, again, a lot of people aren't going to do this team with Tarkin. I love my Tarkin.
Oh, yeah. And that is the APGAINS and Fort Mort How to Mod your Emperor Palpatine team. Thank you so much, Mort, for joining us. As always, I love you, and I will see you later.